They say I got a problem, maybe they're right, but I'm just drunk for you.
Okay, so buckle up. We are going to a pretty dark corner of the dive bar today.
They really are.
We're not doing high-level theory or, abstract concepts. We're looking at a very specific, very gritty piece of storytelling.
And from a place you might not expect.
Exactly. It comes from a music video transcript. We're talking about Drunk for You by Mastermind DJs featuring Dalton Dillinger. And just to be clear, this is not a music review.
Not even close, no.
Yeah.
We're treating this strictly as a text, a narrative. Because when you strip away the beat and the production, what you're left with is this. Just a fascinating and pretty disturbing character study.
It really is. It reads like a confession tape or something.
Right.
So our mission here is to unpack who this guy is, why he's doing these incredibly specific things, these rituals, and how he manages to confuse what he calls love with something that, well, looks a whole lot more like addiction.
It's really a story about the lies we tell ourselves to keep the party going, even when the party stopped being fun a long, long time ago.
So let's just dive in and set the scene. We're at a bar. It's chaotic. But our narrator starts us off with this weird moment of almost accidental clarity. The very first line is, they say, I got a problem. Maybe they're right.
See, that line does so much heavy lifting right out of the gate. Maybe they're right.
Yeah.
It establishes him as the unreliable narrator immediately. He's aware of what people think. His friends, they think he's spiraling, and he doesn't even deny it.
He just shrugs it off. It's not, I need help. It's, yeah, maybe. Anyway.
It's classic minimization. I mean, in psychology, we talk about cognitive dissonance, right?
Yeah.
That discomfort of holding two conflicting beliefs.
Right.
He knows he has a problem, but he also really wants to get high. So how does he resolve that tension?
Yeah.
He just trivializes the problem. Maybe they're right is a way of acknowledging the truth just enough so he can dismiss it and get on with his night.
And he definitely gets on with it. He tells us his objective, like explicitly. He's not there for girls, not there to watch a game. He says, I was headed down to the bar to go and do some cocaine.
It's a mission statement. The bar isn't a social space for him anymore.
No.
It's a utility. It's just a vending machine.
But here's where it gets so incredibly specific. And honestly, this is the detail that made me just stop and go, wait, what? Because it's so unglamorous.
Oh, I know what you're going to say.
He says, I needed a warm glass of water so I could catch a drain.
That's it. That's the part that just yanks you out of any kind of Wolf of Wall Street fantasy of drug use, right?
Totally. Catch a drain. It sounds like plumbing.
It effectively is plumbing. For anyone who doesn't know, the drain or the drip is that postnasal drip that happens after you snort a substance. It's the powder dripping down the back of your throat. Tastes awful. It burns.
And he asks for a warm glass of water. Not a whiskey, not a beer, warm tap water.
Well, think about the physiology of that. Cold water constricts blood vessels. If you're trying to absorb something through your mucous membranes, you want them open. So warm water soothes the throat, dilates the capillaries, and it helps catch that drip so it goes down smoother.
That is so clinical. It's like he's medicating the side effects of his own recreation.
It's maintenance. That's the difference between a rookie and a pro, or really a casual user and an addict. A casual user is thinking about the high. This guy. He's thinking about the logistics.
He has a system.
He has a system. He knows his body's rejection is coming, and he has a warm glass of water ready to go. It's not a party anymore. It's a medical procedure he's performing on himself in a bar.
Wow. He's just painting such a bleak picture. He's standing there holding this lukewarm glass of water, waiting for the drugs to hit. And where's he doing this? He says, cocaine, outside, in the rain.
That repetition of outside is interesting, isn't it? Why is he outside?
Well, you can't really do drugs at the bar counter, usually.
True, but usually people go to the bathroom, a stall. Somewhere private, at least somewhere dry.
Right.
He is outside in the rain. This just screams isolation. Maybe the bathrooms were full, or maybe he's been kicked out before. Or maybe he just feels so separate from whatever fun is happening inside that he just cynically exiles himself.
It really emphasizes the misery of it. He says later he's having so much fun, but the physical reality is he's standing in the rain, probably shivering, drinking warm water.
That's the delusion again. The narrative he tells himself says party, but the setting says desperation. If you saw this guy in a movie, standing alone in the rain, clutching a water glass, you wouldn't think, man, that guy's having a blast.
No, you'd think that guy is in trouble.
Exactly.
So we have the setting, wet, cold, clinical. Now we have to talk about the other character. The narrator introduces a woman, And I have to say, the switch in his tone is just whiplash-inducing.
Oh, the aggression is just palpable.
He calls her a dirty bitch. He says she ain't never been shit. It's incredibly hostile.
But you have to look at the cause and effect there. Why is he so mad?
Yeah,
he tells us.
he does.
Let everybody else fuck, but won't suck my dick.
Okay, so it's rejection. Plain and simple.
It's more than rejection. It's entitlement mixed with paranoia. He claims she lets everybody else be intimate with her. Now, do we think that's objectively true?
Probably not. No. That sounds like the unreliable narrator popping up again.
It's the distortion of the ego. To him, it feels like everyone else is getting what they want. He feels singled out. Why not me? And because she set a boundary, he goes right for the nuclear option. She goes from being the object of his desire to being a dirty bitch.
It's the sour grapes fable, but like the R-rated version, I didn't want you anyway, you're trash.
Devaluation. It's a defense mechanism. If she's worthless, then her rejecting him doesn't matter. It protects his fragile ego. If a queen rejects you, that hurts. If a dirty bitch rejects you, who cares?
But then he says something that just, I mean, it made me laugh out of sheer discomfort. He calls her a dirty butt slip.
I honestly struggled with that one.
Butt slip? What does that even mean? It sounds like an insult you'd hear on a playground.
It's so infantile, it really highlights the immaturity of the narrator. Butt slip. It's nonsensical, it's degrading, and it shows he doesn't respect her as an adult or even as a person.
She's just a body part that is denying him something.
Exactly. And he even gives us the history. He says, she used to be fun, now she don't want to give me none.
Which is code for, she used to give me what I wanted.
Of course. Now that she has boundaries, she's not fun anymore.
Then comes this pivot. He must realize he sounds obsessed, so he tries to cover his tracks. He says, I just came for the cocaine.
Yeah, this is the lie he tells us, and maybe the lie he tells himself. I don't care about her, I'm just here for the drugs. But it's so transparent because he literally cannot stop talking about her.
It's like when you see someone checking their ex's social media and then they say, oh, I'm totally over it, I was just curious.
Exactly. If you were just there for the cocaine, you'd be in a stall, you'd do your business, and you'd leave. You wouldn't be standing in the rain obsessing over who this woman is or isn't sleeping with.
So the two are linked.
The cocaine and the girl are completely linked in his mind. They are both things he feels entitled to and things he's struggling to control.
Which brings us to, I think, the most tragic part of the whole interaction. The bargain. He does an inventory check. He says, I got 2 bumps left.
The scarcity mindset. He knows exactly how much runway he has left. 2 bumps. That is not a lot.
Yeah.
That is the end of the line.
And he decides to use this dwindling supply as currency. He asks her what you want to do and then says, I'm ready to share this cocaine with you.
See, look at the power dynamic there. In his mind, he's being generous. Look at me, I'm sharing my precious resources. But in reality, he is begging. He is trying to buy her attention with the dust at the bottom of the bag.
And he is brutally honest about the price. He doesn't say, let's share this because I miss you. He says, I still need to nut.
It just strips away any possible romantic pretense.
Go on.
It's a transaction. He's proposing a trade. I give you a chemical high, you give me a biological release.
It's purely economic.
It is. But it's a terrible deal. 2 bumps for a sexual act. He's way overvaluing his product and completely undervaluing her. And the fact that he says, need to nut, it frames it as a biological imperative, like he needs to eat or use the bathroom.
It's not about connection, it's just about pressure release.
Right, and it's so predatory, but also so pathetic. Because he's offering this deal to the same woman he just called a dirty butt slip?
Yeah, that's the part that's just wild.
That's the paradox of this kind of addiction and objectification. He can hate her and need her at the exact same time. He doesn't see a contradiction there because he doesn't see her as a person. He's a vending machine for sex, just like the bar is a vending machine for drugs. If the vending machine takes your money but doesn't drop the candy bar, you kick it, you curse at it, but you still want the candy bar.
God, that is a depressing analogy.
It's a depressing text.
Which brings us to the title of this whole thing. Drunk for you.
Oh.
I had to unpack this phrase because he drops a bombshell line right near the end. He says, everybody fucks her, but I'm the only one that loves her.
And that is the line that just stops you in your tracks. I'm the only one that loves her.
Is he, though? I mean, does he?
Well, that's the million-dollar question, isn't it? What is his definition of love?
I mean, if I called my wife a dirty butt slip and tried to trade her cocaine for sex,
Yeah.
I don't think she would classify that as love.
I would certainly hope not. But look at the title, Drunk for You. He doesn't say, I'm in love with you. He says he is drunk for her.
Like she's another substance.
Precisely. An intoxication. Being drunk implies a loss of judgment, a loss of control, a blurring of reality. It implies a chemical alteration in your brain. He isn't relating to her as a human. He is addicted to the high she provides, or at least the high he remembers she used to provide.
So when he says, I love her, what he really means is, I am addicted to her.
I think so. In the context of everything else, love here is just a synonym for obsession. It's that feeling of I cannot be without this thing. An addict loves heroin. An alcoholic loves the bottle. But that love is destructive. It's consuming. It's not the love that builds a life. It's the love that ends one.
And there's also this incredible cycle of denial that happens right in the middle of all this.
Yeah.
He says, quote, I'll never do any of this shit again.
Ah, the addict's prayer.
We've all heard it, right? I'm never drinking again. That's it, I'm done.
It's that moment of lucid horror. He looks around, he's wet, he's rejected, he's about to snort his last bit of whatever, and he thinks, this sucks, I'm done.
But how long does that conviction last?
In the text, less than a second. The very next line is the refrain.
Baby, I'm drunk for you.
So he spins right back into it. The cycle is instantaneous. The regret triggers the shame. The shame triggers the need for relief, and the only relief he knows is the drug or the girl. He's trapped.
You can feel that restlessness in the lyrics, too. He's always moving. Headed to the bar, outside in the rain, at the bar again. He's just pacing.
He's hunting, he's trying to catch a drain, trying to catch a drink. It's all these active verbs, but he's not getting anywhere. It's kinetic energy with no destination, and it creates this deep anxiety when you're reading it. You just want him to sit down and stop, but you know he can't.
It's like watching a shark that has to keep swimming or it dies. But instead of an ocean, he's swimming in this tiny, grimy puddle.
And notice, the story has no resolution. We don't know if she takes the deal. We don't know if he gets what he wants. The song just loops.
He's still asking what you want to do at the very end.
He's stuck in the asking, stuck in the wanting. I mean, that's a definition of hell, isn't it? Wanting something you can't have and just degrading yourself over and over again trying to get it.
It really makes you rethink the whole unreliable narrator idea. Usually you think of him as tricking the audience, but here I think he's mostly just tricking himself.
He has to. If he stopped lying to himself, if he admitted that she doesn't love him, that the drugs aren't actually fun, that he's standing alone in the rain for no good reason, he'd have to face the void. The warm glass of water isn't just for his throat. The lies are the warm water for his brain. They make the awful reality just a little bit easier to swallow.
That is, wow. The lies are the warm water. That is going to stick with me.
Well, it's a mechanism we all use, to some degree. We edit our stories to make ourselves the hero, or at least the victim. This guy is just doing it at a much higher, much more destructive volume.
So to wrap this up, what's the big takeaway here? We have a guy who admits he has a problem, manages it like a lab tech, hates the woman he claims to love, and tries to buy her affection with leftovers.
I think the takeaway is about the blurring of lines. We like to categorize things neatly. This is addiction, this is romance, this is a party, this is a tragedy. This text just throws all of that into a blender.
He just refuses to be one single thing.
Right. It forces you to look at obsession as this singular force. Whether it's for the cocaine or for the girl, the brain chemistry is the same, the behavior is the same. The love he says he feels is just as toxic and manufactured as the powder in his pocket.
It completely challenges that romantic idea, the tortured lover, a guy standing in the rain for his girl. In the movies, that's romantic. Here, it's just pathological.
It strips the romance away entirely. There's no boombox held over his head here. There's just a warm glass of water and a nasty insult.
I want to leave our listeners with a final thought on that love claim. When he says, I'm the only one that loves her, do you think on some deeply twisted level that he actually believes that?
I think he believes it 100%. In that moment, he feels a pull toward her that is stronger than gravity, and he interprets that pull as love. He doesn't realize it's actually hunger. And that's the real danger. When you can't tell the difference between love and hunger, you end up consuming the people you care about.
You end up eating them alive, or at least trying to trade them 2 bumps for the privilege.
A dark image, but a fitting one.
Well, on that cheerful note, I think we have reached the bottom of this particular glass. This has been a dive into the psychology of Drunk for You, and honestly, I think I might need a cold shower after this one.
Just make sure it's cold, not warm.
Oh, absolutely. No warm water for me today. Thanks for breaking this all down. And everyone listening, thanks for wading out into the rain with us. We'll see you on the next deep dive.